Here we go!
You're listening to the video game show on URN.
That's right, you're here with us, and we are listening to the video game show. I'm Henry, your host today, and I'm joined in the studio by... people. Say hello, guys.
I'm Jack.
I'm Mark. Hello.
I'm Dylan. Hi.
Thanks for coming here, guys.
How's it going, mate? How's your Saturday?
Good, yeah, it's going right, thank you. I'm a bit hungover, but I'm here, and I'm with you guys, and that's all that matters, so it's good to be here.
Warms the heart.
Yeah. It's been a while since we were all together, actually.
Yeah, it was.
This is the original crew.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, our like fourth ever appearance is just the four of us.
I'm not producing today, which is I don't know how it feels to be on the other side yet.
Yeah, I don't.
You immediately opened up Reddit on your laptop. It says a lot about your opinion of this whole show, I think.
No, I went to turn down the thing, and then Jack was like, "You producing?" And I was like, "Okay, why not?" So if it's pretty rubbish, that'll be why. No, we're going to say it's been a pretty chilled show. We're going to be pretty relaxed. We're going to chat about what's coming up. A lot of hype today, because there is a lot coming up, isn't there?
It's a busy spring, which is unusual.
It is a busy spring, yeah.
Cool, I'm excited.
The video game lambs are coming out to pasture, as it were.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that I don't know what that means either. Yeah, but we're going to get into that, and we will chat about what we've been playing, and we'll go do a bit of news first. So I know Mark has got a few stories he'd like to crack on with. So Mark, would you like to kick us off?
Which one do you want me to talk about? Oh, can I talk about my favourite one from the last week? Because it's really ridiculous.
Yes, you may.
I'll talk about PewDiePie.
I was hoping you'd say that. It's weird, isn't it?
Oh, it's okay. So PewDiePie recently has got some flack because it turns out there's a service called. In fact,
it's called Fiverr, isn't it?
I was going to not say it because I don't think it deserves any credit. But yes, it's called Fiverr, Fivver, and you go on it and you pay money to see people do stuff for money, and it tends to more often than not be people with a poor grasp of the English language. So PewDiePie on a stream went onto Fiverr and he paid what amounted to $5 American to have two poor Indian men wrestle in the dirt and then hold up a poorly written sign that said "Death to all Jews."
I hadn't even considered that, the fact that they were like these poor dudes who are kind of doing it. I hadn't even considered that. It was the fact of the sign that got me. But yeah, that's a good point as well.
Yeah, like the whole thing is real, like, and it's gone. He's got some pretty bad backlash for it. He's got articles in like proper broadsheet papers and
Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, Wall Street Journal.
And not only that, but Disney and Google and all of his affiliations and sponsors with YouTube Red and the Maker product program, all that other stuff. He's been cut from it completely.
He's got no advertising on YouTube anymore either. Like he doesn't show up on other people's videos, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
Which is pretty bad. Because that happened, I remember watching a video and they were discussing it, and as the person was making the video, that happened. So before it was announced that Google had pulled his advertising, he was like, yeah, it's bad, but he's PewDiePie, he's going to be fine. And then that happened, he's like, okay, that's kind of bad, because that's where he gets his money from.
Yeah. And I mean, the one thing that really confused me is that this guy's not, he's not a person who, like, he has money. He's a multi-millionaire. And he's doing this with not only, like, he's paying poor people to, cast anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Not jokes, are they? They're not jokes. There's been a lot of arguments as well.
He came out in a pseudo apology. The whole thing came across very much as like he was just sort of throwing his toys around.
Yeah, he's been a bit childish about it.
He came out saying, "Oh well, actually, it's not a thing, and I say these outrageous things because I'm pushing the boundaries, and it's my audience knows well enough to take it seriously." But then also, there are actually and have been for like the last 6 months to a year now a lot of like quite extreme right political groups and like white separatist movements who are heralding PewDiePie as like, yeah, he doesn't intentionally know he's doing it, but just because of the fact that in all of his YouTube videos he's either screaming about rape or how much he hates Jews or how he thinks he's Hitler, he is actually perpetrating this greater spread of white supremacy. And the thing is, there is a whole issue with him going on this website and paying money for someone to do something, and like there's a moral issue there, and there's some other stuff, and I don't want to get into that too much.
Sure.
Because I think the bit that really shocks me is him going, but I needed to push it for the joke to be funny. And it's like, if he could have, in the exact same situation, if the side had just said like, but, it would have been equally as funny.
Yeah. Actually, cause the point is, you paid these guys to write something. You need to say something. So
so the fact he takes it so far is, I mean,
I think a lot of the problem is as well, he thinks he's pushing, as he says, he's pushing the boundaries, but he's not. He's just being an idiot.
Yeah.
And he's doing all these outrageous things to try and that he thinks that's his form of comedy. But when you're doing that sort of thing, you've got to be extremely aware that even when you know you're doing something, you're a YouTuber who gets a lot of kids watching, even if you think, I swear all the time, kids don't watch.
Or whatever.
Yeah, you've got the most subs of anyone on YouTube. When you say these things, you have to be careful what you're saying. Like, you can't do what you did initially.
It's also why there was a lot of arguments saying, why do South Park and shows like that in America get away with it? And it's because there's, so they are crude jokes and they make a lot of sort of racial offensive jokes. But they do it with a certain professionalism.
They're clever about it.
And they talk about it and they address the issue instead of just getting straight to the point and making a really bad joke about it.
They're also fictional bad people as well. When it's a real life bad person,
it's very much this is a bad person. And the thing is, like, it's not even good comedy. Like, he's gone for a very cheap shock factor there. It's not even funny. And the thing that annoys me is that whether or not he did it intentionally, whatever, he has unwittingly started a dialogue about Jews again. It's just like, we don't even need that. Like, now you've got these kind of neo-Nazis banging on about it again. Not that they weren't, but it's just like,
I mean, neo-Nazis tend to have a sort of sole focus.
It's true, but it's unnecessary coverage for something so stupid.
Definitely.
So I'm not a fan.
And so stuff like this has been going on with PewDiePie for so long as well. There was a video that got pretty popular years ago now. It must have been, and it was a video that was put on by a bunch of people from the Something Awful forums, which is kind of where, like, Let's Plays, quote unquote, started, and it's where, like, Slowbird came through and did all of his stuff, and the video was called Adults React to PewDiePie. And it was kind of a weird symptom of, like, Let's Play elitism, because it was these people who were going, we do proper Let's Plays on this exclusive forum you have to pay to get into. And but it was basically them watching PewDiePie clips and reacting to it in funny ways, but it was right at the when he first got big, and so it was just like rape joke after rape joke after rape joke and it's just and it's just like, at some point, like, and in the Adults React thing, like, they were playing up like getting a gun out and shooting themselves. It's like, what the hell is wrong with this person? And it got to a point where they go, no guys, I'm not going to make a joke about this. Literally, this guy's getting 10 million views a video, and he's just constantly screaming about rape. Like, what is going on?
I personally really don't like him. And the only thing I've ever liked that he's done was a video about a Nissan Micra, because that was funny. But apart from that, I'm not a huge PewDiePie fan. So it's just incites my ire.
It's just a strange situation.
But we'll move on to more positive things. But not great PewDiePie thing. The thing I want to talk about briefly is that For Honor has come out. Very, very recently, and
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day even.
Yeah, it was.
What a lovely night.
Me and my samurai and my Viking, and we're gonna have a nice Valentine's night together.
We're gonna have a nice three. No
nights. No nights.
Mate.
But I mean, you sat down and played it, Mark. It looked like I sat down and watched you play. It looked like a bit of a weird Ubisoft game.
It's not their typical IP, is it?
No, it's not. But I mean, like, I have a lot of hopes for the single player in that game. Obviously, in the beta that was released, you only got to play multiplayer. But
I've seen some bits of that single player since it came out, and it looks.
Oh really? I haven't seen any.
I couldn't follow the story that they had, but it was missions opening with like full 5-minute cutscenes, all rendered out really nicely with actual voiced characters and stuff. Cool. And like, and unique characters. So.
Did you ever play any of those that sort of... it might still be going on, but I remember back with Xbox 360 and PS3, there was a lot of games that were... you controlled a person, but you were in these big war fights. I think one of them was called like 99 Nights, stuff like that.
Oh, you're talking about like MAG, like the PS3 one that was like 120 players a game. No, it's, and so you were in... It was huge maps, and you were doing really small squad battles, like 4-on-4... but affecting the tide of like a really big 120 player server.
It's these like single player games which are literally you play, and they're often really sort of over the top Japanese character style things, and it's always sword fighting kind of things. There were a few which were like armies of orcs and stuff, but you could sort of control your army, but then you also controlled your one guy. And the campaign stuff I've seen from For Honor seems a lot like that, and you get involved in big fights, which I think really looks kind of fun. I liked those sort of things. As bad as they were, you just got to kill a lot of things really easily. Like, it was an easy and boring game to play, but that satisfied my bloodlust.
For Honor is a weird video game, and I had an hour and a half with it where I found it... I think for a start, it's not my kind of game, so I may not be hugely positive on it, but that's mostly me. But I personally found there was some weird... I had a lot of weird UI issues with it. It's very cluttered. Like, you get into it, and there's menu upon menu upon menu. A lot of the menus are weirdly shaped, so it's not just like left, right, up and down. You actually have to sort of feel out how to get to the next option by like moving the analog stick around the entire circle, weird things like that. And
it's not something you would have to think about when you
like there are a whole I think so. I saw some stuff saying that the in-game tutorial in the full version is a lot more fully featured. It's got loads of extra bits in. It's got advanced tiers of tutorials and stuff, which I think might deal with some of the issues I had, because I just found there's a lot going on. It's really busy. It's got the core of something really interesting. Like, it feels good. If you can get into a one-on-one fight and you're not about to get...
I've heard that's the...
If no one's coming up on you and you're not surrounded by any of the mobs or anything, it's just you and another human player, it does feel good. Like, the systems they've made with the blocking in the three directions, and there are guard breaks, and there are combos as well. I found out there are, like, button press combos you can do, like triangle, triangle, square, or whatever, to actually get out special moves depending on what character you are. So there's a core there that's interesting, but I found a lot of... And there are just weird things, like you can be in a huge fight, you on another guy surrounded by like the AI guys, and you're really fighting for a control point, and then if just one other person comes up on you, you just die.
Yeah, that's what I
heard.
As soon as you're outnumbered, that's it.
Yeah,
you're stuffed. And it's like there's no way of kind of, working your way around that, which kind of sucks. But apparently the one-on-one, as you said, is meant to be the best thing. And I watched it
is really cool when you're in a one-on-one battle and you're not just like hammering on light attack. You're actually feeling out counters and parries and dodges. It feels cool.
I watched Conan O'Brien does the Clueless Gamer series. He did a Super Bowl special, and he had like Marshawn Lynch and kind of all these people, and they were playing For Honor, and they were doing the one-on-one, and it actually looked really fun. And I read an IGN review, and they said that the melee combat is just really good. That particular sphere of it.
Yeah, there is something there, but there's a lot around it that, even though it's not really my kind of genre, so I sort of bounced over from that. There is still enough there that I was going, hold on, this doesn't feel quite, like it felt almost... I think the way I was talking about someone, I was talking to someone about it, and it felt like there was, say, 10 people in the studio going, we're going to make this awesome game.
Yeah.
And they came up with this wicked idea, and Ubisoft were like, yes, great, and giving them loads of money, and they got really, really close. And then Ubisoft were like, you can't have any more money, you have to put this game out there. And it just felt like, but I think also maybe the full game, it's got some more features that make that less obvious. But I know from the time I spent in the beta playing online, there were just enough moments where I went, hang on, why is that happening? And it didn't surface that in a easy way.
Yeah, I think it's a game that hopefully we'll be able to check out when we do next show, because obviously it is out. So I think definitely one to have a look at.
I think there's going to be a small but incredibly dedicated fan base for that game. It's not going to be like hundreds of thousands of people playing every weekend, but there's going to be like 5,000 dudes who now that's all they play for 6 months, because there's a lot there, and there's loot, and there's gear, and there's patterns, and there's all the other stuff you can unlock.
You can imagine that it's going to be one of these games that, a group of 4 people are going to sit down and really get good at it. If they put in the hours, then you can see teams of 4 getting really good at that game.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's got this whole meta game to the multiplayer as well. So you pick a faction at the beginning. You pick one of the 3 factions, obviously Crusaders, Vikings, or Samurais, and that doesn't affect what class you can pick. So you can still pick from any of the races when you're in the game, but that's the faction you fight for.
Right.
And then you earn victories for your faction if your team wins. And then at the end of, like, there's straight in the main menu, there's a thing that says at least for the beta, it was pre-season week 2, match this, and then like 12 hours remaining, and it would count down. And so there's a whole meta structure to it about like winning more battles for your team online and pushing back enemy forces. And then I think a team who's on top for like the end of a season gets a bunch of bonuses or something.
Yeah.
So,
well, fair. Well, one to check out.
There's definitely something there. And I think if the combat looks like it will appeal to you, if that style of game looks like it will appeal to you, definitely get it, because there's a lot there. But there is a lot there, and if you're not willing to get in on that, which I don't know if I was, it doesn't ease you in. There's no hand holding. It's just like, yo, no, go online and hit people with a stick. And if you're not good at that, then get good.
Fair. We'll definitely want to check out. Hopefully we'll be able to talk a bit more about it in the future. But in the meantime, we are going to go to the song, and here is who I think actually might as well introduce this. Basically, this week we're doing Hall of Game as usual. However, we're doing a different one this week where we're picking our favourite video game song. And so throughout the show, we're going to kind of try and play those songs. And the first one is Half-Life 2, Episode 2 soundtrack, Sector Sweep. I don't know who picked that. Who was it?
It was me.
It was you, Mark. Do you want to talk a bit about it?
Yeah,
Introduce it?
Sector Sweep was made by Kelly Bailey, who did the music for all those Half-Life games. And this is a song that plays during one of the really cool climactic like car chase sequences in Episode 2. And it's just a really, really rad song that is kind of stuck with me since that game came out. I think I've got a lot of favourite music. A lot of it's been played on this show already. We did that Hotline Miami show that was awesome. But this one is really cool. It's got a good groove to it. I'm into it.
Well, listen, have a listen. Here is Half-Life 2.
Man, I love that PlayStation noise.
It's good, isn't it? It's very like...
Yeah. It makes me feel really happy.
Actually, do you know, I might set my alarm to that.
Hey, just put me back to sleep. So calming and nostalgic.
It would stroke you away. It's like, oh, hello life. I'm coming back to you now.
Hello. Actually, I've got a piece of news I remembered.
Oh, go on then.
Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, has been announced as coming out in June.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Oh man, have you played Uncharted 4?
No, I haven't.
There's a pretty good Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
In the sense he just rocks up like
You turn it into Crash Bandicoot.
There's a really emotional scene and he just goes boing and he kind of runs.
I know. I mean, it's not a huge spoiler for the story, so I can say if you want, if you don't mind, because it's a pretty good moment. It's at the beginning. There's a bit early on where you're wandering around Nate's house and you come downstairs and you just play Crash Bandicoot on a PlayStation 1. You just play the first level of it.
Oh, you actually do play the level?
Yeah, you just play the entire first level.
Really?
Yeah, it's just you just sit down and you play Crash Bandicoot with your wife. It's
why not?
And then you play the entire. Yeah, because I imagine it's Naughty Dog just going, yeah, look at how good this game looks, and then look at what we started off with. Oh yeah, it's a good moment.
I'm kind of liking the fact that it comes out in June just as we finish being students.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's really our introduction into adulthood.
That's true,
playing
actually.
that game I used to play all the time as a child.
Playing Crash.
Yeah.
So this is a huge time for video games coming out. It seems to
I've
be
heard it's the best time for playing video games.
Seems like June is the sexy time when the conception of all these games occurs. See what I did there?
You disgust me.
But basically, yeah, loads of games coming out. One of the games that has come out is Halo Wars 2.
It's come out.
And Dylan, have you played it? Have you looked? Are you interested in it? Because I know you're a big Halo fan.
I've seen bits of it. I never was a fan of Halo Wars because I'm not very good at RTS.
Fair enough.
But all units, Dylan.
Yeah.
But all units.
I prefer local units, so...
all units.
Isn't it like you press like one of the triggers and then
you can either
select
the local
all of,
the ones on the screen or all the units. But that's Halo Wars 1, I don't know.
Halo Wars 1 is a real advanced RTS, you know. It's real top level, real time strategy action.
To be fair, there's this one...
How many units? All of them.
God damn it. There's this new thing they've introduced in Halo Wars 2, which is, I guess, getting on the whole back of everyone loving card games at the moment. And it's, I think it's called the Blitz or Blitzkrieg, something like that.
Right.
And it's an RTS card game, so you summon your units using cards, and you have a deck.
Huh.
And you can like construct your own decks and stuff. You can do it online. You don't have to be on the game. And people seem to be enjoying it. And there was a weird advertising thing that they did on Twitter of people playing it against each other just on Twitter. So it's quite simple, clearly. But it looks really cool. And obviously, the bit that I actually am interested in is the story, because I really love the Halo Wars cutscenes. I've not played the game much,
Fair enough.
but it's done by Blur and it looks incredible. 'Cause
Well,
Blur make good things.
does sound
But
pretty
yeah,
cool.
there was something funny about it didn't get physically released.
Mark's actually dying in the chair.
I sneezed 6 times in a row last night. It was actually shocking. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here and I'm sneezing away like nobody's business. Oh.
There was something funny about physical. It didn't get a physical release in America. They cancelled the physical release.
Halo Wars 2.
Yeah.
So it's only download.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if they've released
really
it now,
bizarre.
but I saw that at least around the time it was saying it's out now,
Right,
there was also a news article saying the physical release has been cancelled in America,
sure.
which is strange. But I mean,
bit
I've
odd.
only got 2 physical games on the Xbox and like sort of
Missed up and
30
coming.
games.
Oh, fair. I've always
Most
been.
of them free.
I've always been a big fan of physical copies.
Nice to have a collection, isn't it?
I like
Yeah.
to have a physical. You know.
I'm just worried I'll break it. I can't break online things. They can steal it from me using some kind of weird
The
illegal
Russians
loophole,
can steal your COD stuff, can't you?
but
Tricksky
that's not
Russians.
my fault. It's fine then.
What else is coming out?
So yeah, I've got a very professional page up, and that is Google search. And we've got another game coming out very soon. Is Horizon Zero Dawn. That comes out next month.
That's like the 28th or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And oh no, sorry, yeah, that's this month.
It's
So
the end of this
well,
month,
yeah. So that
It looks
awesome.
so good, but again, as an Xbox player, I won't be able to
Fair enough.
play it.
So we won't
until I
talk-
get a
we won't-
PS4. But I mean, it does look good.
Yeah.
Me and Mark were having a discussion about this the other day. I want it to be a good game, but I don't want it to be another generic open world.
Ubisoft,
Yeah.
Watchtowers.
Then it
kind
would
of thing.
I think it would be a bit of a letdown because that game has a lot of potential to be something that has never been done before.
It's got a lot of
Yeah.
style. Like it could be very unique.
So the map was leaked like last week or something. Apparently, it is enormous. Like the scale of the game.
Size
It's
doesn't impress me
absolutely
anymore.
huge. That's how you use it.
Since what the biggest map is still Morrowind from Elder Scrolls, isn't it? Which is
Something like that. Yeah.
came out ages ago.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think
Oh, that's awesome.
you're not wrong though. It is kind of how you use it. You know, like is when people are talking about
No, you're right,
like,
yeah.
like Zelda Breath of the Wild is going to be some outrageous size of like the size of real life Africa or something preposterous.
Yeah.
It's like, but if it's not got anything actually worth doing in it, what's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
point?
yeah,
But-
yeah. If it's just like blank space,
Which
then-
I imagine
patter.
is why they broke away from their like the regular temple structure for that. Because I think they're saying it's actually going to be like a smaller number of big temples and then loads and loads of really small temples, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Over 100 shrines, they call them, which
Yeah.
are like little half-an-hour temples.
right.
I've been seeing really cool thing. We've gotten off of Horizon Dawn, so I'll leave that for when we start talking about Breath of the Wild.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. But Horizon, oh god, they keep releasing like loads of videos and stuff, and I've been very keen not to watch them because I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Yeah,
Um,
they've let some of the press get a hold of it. Actually,
Yeah,
play
they had
some
like
of it.
4 hours with it.
Yeah, and I think as well, Engadget accidentally put up the URL for their review of it, and then immediately took it down, but not before some people
They've
got some
already
pictures of it.
reviewed it.
Yeah,
Bloody
it
hell.
comes out like a week, doesn't it? Well, like
28th.
It's a week on Tuesday.
Good
It's
lord.
it was 2 weeks.
God, I'm
yesterday.
I'm very excited for it.
Far Cry with robot mooses.
That's not
Yeah.
a bad thing.
Sounds pretty good,
However,
huh?
But I
the
really,
potential it's
I
got-
kind of hope
what
it's
was it?
not. I hope they have actually made something quite special here
Yeah.
because they hyped it for a long time. Not unnecessarily so. It just looks awesome. So I really hope it's good.
I think they were quite successful in not really hyping it themselves. They didn't do any of that sort of like how great it's going to be.
It was quite
It's-
organic the way
Yeah,
they
the hype
hyped.
has
They
come
didn't
about
just
just
go.
by- It looks kind of cool.
because it just looks really.
It just
different,
looks
doesn't it?
awesome. You're right. It looks
Yeah.
beautiful. So I really forward to that. So hopefully that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like a really unique, interesting
Definitely.
thing that
Seems very
I hope lives up to its potential.
The story does seem kind of generic, though. I won't. You said you're trying to
Yeah.
avoid it, so I won't say what it looks like it's going to be. But
I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess it's the same story that's in every single open world action game.
Actually,
I think it's a little.
I'll
bit
tell you a game
different.
it does remind me of. Do you guys ever play a game called Odyssey: Journey to the West? Had Andy Serkis in it.
Ooh,
Playing this guy called Monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it. I've never played.
And
it.
I played it, and it was like a really random game. I played it, and I absolutely loved it. Really fun game, and just severely probably the most underrated game I've ever played in video games. But it looks quite like that, like
Yeah.
sort of really tropical kind of post-apocalyptic thing, which sounds awesome. So I really hope that's good.
It'd be good if it was good.
That would be good, wouldn't it? We will agree that would be good. And another game that's coming out soon, and actually I can't even believe it's coming out soon because it just seems like one of those games like The Last Guardian that will just never come out, which is the new Zelda game.
Yeah.
Mate, it was 2 weeks yesterday.
Until it comes out.
That is nuts, isn't it? That is actually crazy.
So we can
Well,
play
this is
the
it,
new
'cause
Zelda.
the Switch comes out like in 2 weeks as well.
Oh my
doesn't
god,
it?
it does as well.
Yeah, day and date.
That article that I linked earlier. That,
Oh, that
well,
was- that was
we'll have
very
to put it
funny.
on the Facebook page because
Yeah,
that was kind of funny.
it's very bizarre.
I'm looking forward to the Switch. I
yeah,
don't know if you saw it.
I really, really want to play that new Zelda.
Yeah.
Like,
It
really bad.
looks, I mean, fair. I have a Wii U, but I don't want to play it on the Wii U because I don't want to. I want it to be played at its, full capacity.
Oh,
I
mate,
have heard
that game was in development on the Wii U for years. It'll be fine.
And it will be. It's just like
It's like how the GameCube version of Twilight Princess was
actually
totally
just-
fine and probably
Yeah.
better.
So I'm the sort of person. It will kill me that I know that it could look much better. It would just really
Oh,
get
it's
to
only
me.
like an extra 180p's or something. Who needs that much P?
Just have a bowl next to you. I meant the vegetable. Come on.
But no, it looks incredible. And the thing I like about it is that, as I said, the graphical thing, actually, they've done quite an artsy, cutesy style. So it's not.
It's got a good style to it.
It just looks awesome.
Yeah.
Some of the clips I've seen coming out of it look incredibly fun. Like there's one of a guy, Link, riding up on
that Zelda dude.
Link. Yeah.
riding up towards this huge enemy, throws some lights the ground in front of him on fire, stops his horse, flips over the front of it,
Oh yeah,
gets pulled up in the air draft from the fire, and then shoots the giant monster with an ice arrow. And it just really smoothly, really fluidly, it looks incredible. It looks like the kind of game where you can just do these ridiculous things.
I'm really excited.
Where you can mess
yeah.
with the game until
Yeah, it looks awesome. And the Switch, I'm more excited for that than I ever thought I would be. I know I really cannot afford to get that. And the other day, my bank rang me because they were worried about me because of my overdraft. So that's not going to happen, is what I'm saying.
Probably shouldn't get a
But I'm
Switch.
genuinely quite excited about the Switch.
if
And
anybody wants to send a gift out.
if anyone wants to send me the game, it'd be good. But people are saying that the Switch is launching with very few launch titles. But for me, it's launching with Zelda. Like, is that not enough for people?
Yeah,
Because also, these people probably have Xbox and PS4s. Like, I don't know, it seems...
I'm the kind of person who
this for
plays
me is
one
enough.
game, so
Exactly.
Yeah,
I've been playing The Witcher for the past 5 years or whatever it bloody came out. And, for me, that's enough. It looks awesome.
yeah. When do consoles launch with
A game
games
of that
guaranteed
caliber.
I don't
That's true.
want to say it, but guaranteed to be as good as Zelda. I'd be really, really surprised if that new Zelda game was bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
And how often do consoles actually launch with something that's going to be like that?
usually they launch with something that's like... Do you remember the PS4 launched with some quite so-so games?
Yeah, like Killzone Shadowfall was all right. That game wasn't terrible.
just some kind of... Whereas...
Probably play some Knack if you wanted.
if you're
that was
into
a
Knack
video
2,
game.
by the way, that's going to come out.
Knack 2
So I
represent.
can't wait for that. But no, Zelda, like you said, how often does that happen when a game of that caliber launches? So I
Was
think
it like what the N64 launched with Super Mario 64 and like Pilot Wings, and that was it?
Pilot
It launched with 2 games, the N64, but one of them was Super Mario 64, and basically
Perfect.
invented third-person video games. So
was like, to be fair, the
pretty
Wii,
impressive.
the Wii launched with the Twilight Princess.
that was a GameCube game, and played better on the GameCube.
Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
The Twilight Princess is a remake on Wii.
It was the
released
sort of-
at the same time on the GameCube, but the GameCube version is the version where Link's actually left-handed and the world's the right way around. And
Right.
It
Okay,
doesn't
okay.
have the waggle controls, and like you can
Oh, God.
use your sword by just pressing a
Well-
button as opposed to spazzing your hand out.
When I was 13, I was all about the waggle control, so read that as you will. Get what I'm saying. But no, the new Zelda looks awesome. And it looks more like a proper survival game, like the fact that you can kind of cook pork and like, I don't know.
Did you see it's got
stuff.
DLC?
Yeah.
It's got a season pass.
Really? Oh, yeah, I
How
saw that.
cheeky.
It's got like a £17 season pass.
That is the cheeky.
And if you get the season pass before the game comes out, you pre-order it, you get extra bonuses, which are 3 chests in the overworld that aren't there before, and one of them contains a T-shirt with Switch branding on it. So if you pay an extra £17 right now to
Brilliant.
get
Oh,
the
thanks for that,
DLC that's going to be
Nintendo.
over the next year for Zelda, you can make
Sure.
your Link wear a Switch T-shirt.
Take my money now. Like, that's cheeky.
I
That
feel
is.
better of them.
If anything, that's kind of like the sort of tweaking your nipples as they take your money and punch you in the face, like
the
make
whole
you wear a
thing
Switch
is.
t-shirt.
I don't know, but I mean, to be fair, like the DLC they did for Mario Kart and Smash Bros was pretty good.
Yeah, fair.
And they were just giving out free stuff for Splatoon for like an entire year.
Oh, fair enough.
But I don't know, maybe it'll be good.
So yeah,
I'm not gonna get it.
fair. Well, it looks pretty awesome. But in the meantime, we're going to go to the next song, and this is and I wonder who picked this. This is the Halo theme, the Halo 2
Jack.
soundtrack.
We all know how much Jack loves Halo.
I do like a bit of Halo.
So please introduce us to the Halo soundtrack. Someone.
It was actually me.
I thought it was you. To be fair.
No one actually thought it was Jack.
Henry was looking over there. I think he might have been a little bit confused.
You said Jack, and I was like, I thought it was Dylan, but okay, we'll go.
See, I thought I needed.
You're all terrible.
Well, I mean, we've had this on the show before, I think.
Our very
we have.
first show, I think.
Because it's just an incredible song. You hear it and it sends tingles through you in the
Tinglers.
best way.
Yeah.
But it's quite nostalgic, obviously, for anybody who played Halo 2 at the time. And even now, it's still an incredible song. It really gets you going. And
Don't give me those looks, Mark. You're going to put me off.
I didn't do anything.
it really conveys the feel of Halo, I think, and it's really exciting. So
Cool.
hopefully you enjoy it.
Here we go.
Welcome, punch!
So as you can tell, that was not a Halo song.
Excuse me.
Really far from a Halo song.
It's actually the end song. It plays over the credits.
I'm sorry, guys. I
finished that, guys.
messed up.
True.
I severely messed up. I thought it was on the A track, and it wasn't. But anyway, we're going to talk about my song because I played it. So that was Pieces of the People We Love by The Rapture. And that is a song from Tales from the Borderlands, which is a Telltale game, which I have talked about before on the show, I think. And it's an episodic game about Borderlands. Anyway, every episode, the intro has a fully formed cutscene, and they do a song with it. And I could have picked any of the songs because they're all really good, but this particular one's awesome. And basically, they're driving in this truck, and every character's taking it in turns to drive the character, and they do a sort of time lapse thing. It's really cool. It's just a nice tune.
Yeah.
So it's just
I was into it.
bit of a toe tapper. But I do apologise, Dylan, for
you should be
hijacking
sorry.
the old Halo, because I was like, and here we have Halo. Oh god. So I do apologise for that, my indiscretion.
You messed up, man.
I did. I
I
done
can never
messed up.
forgive you.
You've let us all down. We'll never win
I've
any
let
awards
you
now.
down. We're never going to win that award. But we're going to get back to hype, and then we'll crack on with some more songs. Next thing we're going to talk about was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. Are we
AKA
excited?
Cocaine Mountain.
Cocaine Mountain. Scarface on holiday. Are we excited?
Cool.
I don't know. Again, I think it's one of another generic Ubisoft open world game.
But they
with
love their
armies.
open worlds.
But with 4 dudes now
Yeah.
instead of 1.
They do love their open worlds, it's true.
I don't know what to think about it. I played the
Because
beta.
climbing up towers to reveal the map is digital crack. And they know that.
So, yeah. It's all covered in
I
powder.
played the beta. One thing that I loved about it is just because if you're so when you play it alone, you get a group of free AI guys that follow you around. And one thing that I loved is you can get into a helicopter and you fly around the map and you see stuff happening below you. So you might see the rebels might be ambushing a vehicle that's traveling in the road, and you see a small explosion on the map down below you, and you're like, well, what's going on? And you go down and investigate, and you see people being raided by people who are attacking them because they're trying to steal their cargo or something like that. And it's good the way that the world sort of just does its own thing.
Yeah.
You can find random things happening around every corner.
Do you get to control the helicopter, or is it just going from one place to another?
Oh no, you get to control the
Oh,
helicopter.
I'm just going to do that if I have it.
Helicopter boy.
Yeah, and just fly around. Helicopter simulator.
That's what they call you.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like if you're a fan of open world RPG games where you're commanding a squad of 4 people, then yeah, I'd recommend playing it. The one thing that I would like to see them add in, I don't know if it is going to be added in, is the individuality control. So you control each person instead of just controlling the group of people.
Right.
So you can set up your people how you want and not just have a group of people go
Yeah.
to one place.
So you can play on your own?
Yeah, you can play on your own.
Oh, right.
But you just have a group of
Right.
AI guys who follow you around
Right,
instead
cool.
of
We all
having
know
an
what
online
AI
session.
is like.
Yeah, and it's squad
We all remember-
tactics stuff isn't. It's not. It's. It's what I brought up last time we spoke about this game, but it's not on the level of Desert Storm, where you could straight up go, I want this person to run here and then open fire, and I want this person to go here and heal this, and I want the other person to go
Yeah.
here and not do anything and all
Yeah.
that stuff. It's just a lot more follow everyone go there. Let's all shoot this one dude at the same time, and we do a quick time event.
I do like the fact that they've incorporated so you can send out a drone, and you can send out a drone to scout out the area in front of you, and you fly it around. And obviously it's got a limited range, but you can mark your targets, and then you can order your group of people to move where you want them to move using the drone as well, which I think is kind of cool. But
Ubisoft love their drones as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that drone in Watch Dogs 2 is pretty good.
I'm excited for Assassin's Creed drone.
Yeah. They've probably got like an employee who just does drones for the games. But I saw an
the drone guy. Everyone's got a drone guy.
Yeah, he's
Helicopter boy, drone guy.
Yeah, he like comes to work on a drone. I saw an E3 video and it was like, it looks really cool how all the friends playing together, they were like communicating as if they were like the SEAL team.
Is
and they were like,
Ubisoft. It's
Tango
Ubisoft press
down.
conference.
Whereas in reality, you should be like, shoot that bloke. It can be really kind of.
I'm dying.
Yeah, I'm just like, mate, get over here, you knobhead.
I'm next to the tree.
Which tree?
It's that like weird level of faux realism that is in every single Ubisoft demonstration. Like every game they do. Do you remember there was a Rainbow Six Siege one they did a few years ago that was really similar? It's like no one playing this.
Exactly. No one actually goes.
It's like have you ever seen that guy who plays Battlefield and he goes in like a squad?
Oh, that is really funny.
He properly like goes on like Tango. Come on, over, move.
Really funny.
And he probably like everyone else in his squad is just like, dude,
really angry.
We're not in real war. And he's like, come on, man, we need to move to Alpha.
Yeah, that is so really funny. I like that.
That won't ever happen in real life.
No, it
like
won't.
you guys say, it will be people screaming.
Unless you're playing like Armored 3.
More accurate is the thing we talked about last week, the Little Big Planet 3 demo where they just completely balls it up on the stage.
You say about this Ubisoft realism though, but they did get like a pirate to announce For Honor, which is essentially their version of Cowboys versus Pirates versus Ninjas. So
yeah,
they're really into it.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's cool. And I it's the kind of game where I think it'll either be really bad or quite good. And I don't think it's going to be okay. I think it'll work really well, or it'll actually just be a bit rubbish.
I think if you've got a group of 4 people if you've got 3 mates and you all have the same console and you're really into your co-op sort of gameplay, then yeah, go ahead and play it. But if I wouldn't recommend sitting down and buying that game if you're going to be playing it solo.
See, this is the thing, because like even a bad game is enjoyable if you and 3 mates who want to play a cooperative video game together sit down and play it. So
at some tinnies, yeah, exactly.
At some point. Even I understand completely what you mean, but I don't think Ghost Recon Wildlands can stand on just if you've got 4 friends and you want to play this, then go ahead.
Because actually,
not at all.
Yeah.
Even bad games can do that.
Because
so
we did it with Diablo, and like if that is a good game, but we didn't play it how it's meant to be played. We had fun because it was 4 of us playing it.
Like Ghost Recon. If you've got 4 mates who you enjoy, or 3 mates who you enjoy playing video games with, then you can just run around shooting Colombians to your heart's content.
Who doesn't want to do that?
I mean,
no.
I don't know. I really hope it's good.
Yeah.
I hope all games are good.
That's good. That's very altruistic of you. I hope everyone's happy. No, it does a good. I won't get it, but I'll be interested to see what it is like.
I'll probably watch a YouTube video of someone playing it.
Yeah, I'll watch the review. But actually, the other game that's coming out quite soon, and again, I can't believe this is coming out so soon. Actually, given that they really haven't actually hyped it that much.
They recently put out a new video actually for this. But
okay, fair enough.
Quite a long one.
Is the Mass Effect Andromeda? That comes out next month. That game,
28th of March.
Mass Effect games tend to be kind of generational games, as in they tend to be some of the best games of the platform. So I'll be really interested to see how good this is. I think it'll be amazing.
Yeah, that first trilogy was pretty good. I quite like it. To understate.
Yeah,
I was like,
you love that game.
Yeah, mate, it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good.
The only thing I'm confused about is in the video, they show you playing on your own, but they don't show you playing with a squad.
I think you do still roll around with.
I think you do, but I was a bit confused about that because there's quite a lot of gameplay where you're playing on your own. So I don't really know what's going on there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of going on with that I don't really know what's going on there.
Fair.
I don't know. It's just like you said, it hasn't been hugely hyped. And considering it was meant to come out in like December and got pushed back in the middle of last year, and then I think got pushed back again by like another 2 weeks or something ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they might do like a massive campaign nearer the time.
Yeah, maybe like beginning of March, and just go like, okay, we're going to have 3 weeks where we just hype the hell out of Mass Effect, and that's totally reasonable because
it wouldn't be that unheard of. I mean, starting an advertising campaign around now or in the next few weeks.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I just wonder if the fact they're not getting hugely behind it like they did say with the original trilogy means maybe I don't know. I wonder what that game is going to be.
I don't. Yeah, I know what you mean. But I don't believe that. I mean, I remember like many E3s ago, they showed concept art, and they were so excited about it, and they had nothing to show. They were like, "Here's a picture of a crow."
Feature in the
they then
EA
showed
press
next.
conference.
The next.
They
one.
had nothing to show, and yet they were so excited about it. And I think the fact that they had that level of kind of enthusiasm back then suggests to me that this game had a proper studio going at,
Yeah, but then they had that level of enthusiasm before it was a thing, so maybe the thing itself kind of.
I think, and also I've seen the
sullied it.
gameplay does look awesome and it looks stunning. So
yeah, like it looks like they've
good.
refined Mass Effect into something a bit more.
Do you know what? They were
modern,
actually hosting voice acting auditions. They opened to the public. And they needed 2 characters, and I actually nearly came into the URN studios, and this was like last year, I think. I nearly came and recorded some stuff, but I never got around.
What's your best alien voice?
How you put him on the spot?
Be a Krogan.
Ooh, you know Wazzo from Star Wars. My friend, you come to buy speeder. That's my best alien.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's whatever it's called, Wazzo. Okay, so next week I'll do it again. Thank you, Watto. So I'll prepare a script next time, and we'll all do a scene. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, okay.
In fact,
Let's just turn this into some sort of bizarre video game improv show. It's like, I'm going to be the Assassin's Creed man.
See how
I want to be a ninja man. We'll get some more games after this, but we're going to go to the next song, and it's that song with that Master Chief in it.
Oh, no idea what you're talking about. I've never heard it before.
You mean John Halo?
Yeah, that
John
one.
Halo.
Yeah, so we'll do that one. So that was the Halo theme.
Let everyone down again.
that was like a minute and a half of the Halo theme.
As listeners will be aware, we are running out of time, and I didn't want to cut up.
They don't want to hear us. They want to hear that.
I don't want to cut up Dylan's song, but that is what just happened. I apologise for that.
He let his own song play.
We're going to get to the next Hall of Game now, and this is Jack's song.
Yeah, it is. It's the Mortal Kombat original theme song.
Yes.
And I like this because it's just a retro-y, fast-paced sort of song that you get in most fighting games. And it's just a...
Is this the ridiculous one that starts off with it shouting...
This is test your might, Mortal Kombat, and then it goes through the characters as well. And it's just a brilliant song, I think. It's just, it's one of those songs that... I'm a massive fan of the Mortal Kombat series, and it's just one of those songs that I remember from playing the games when I was a child. Yeah, and it's just, like you say, it's just it shouts ridiculous things throughout the song, and it's just incredible.
Yeah. So here is the Mortal Kombat theme song.
Metal Gear.
Oh, Metal Gear.
And that was the Mortal Kombat theme song.
About a minute of it.
About a minute of it. It was lovely. We had a little rave in here.
Less than a minute.
It was loads of less than a minute. It was about.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I love all your songs very much.
No, you don't. That's not what happened here at all. Someone played their own song all the way. I feel like I only got away with it because you played mine first.
Yeah. If everyone heard Barbara Ann, I was just doing a funny.
No, he wasn't.
He
messed
It
up.
did not go
messed
down very well. But in the last 5 minutes, we're
just going to whinge about how terrible Henry is.
Yeah,
I think really,
everyone's really
Just
upset.
awful. The worst producer we've ever had.
It's getting pretty.
Yeah, I don't know why we let him do it.
So a game I would like to gauge everyone's interest is ukulele.
Ooh, I'd like to play that.
It's about a lizard and a bat on his shoulder, and they go and do Crash Bandicoot type things. We excited about it?
Yeah, I mean it's explicitly being marketed as a new game from the team that brought you Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
So like they're all ex-Rare guys, and so it's the Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Donkey Kong 64. Like it's that particular pedigree of
Viva
N64.
Pinata as well.
So well, I think it's a different. It's the people who did Viva Pinata, but it's a different kind of game to that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the pedigree is those sort of N64. Like 3D platformers with loads and loads of collectibles. Like I think it's really going in hard on that whole Donkey Kong 64. Like there's 200 collectibles in every single level kind of thing.
Yeah.
Get all those gems.
Mate,
All
gotta
the
get gems. Best value.
I really want to talk about Injustice 2.
Oh, yeah.
Just quickly, because I've been seeing a lot of gameplay footage for that game,
Yeah,
and
it's
they've
shot,
released
isn't it?
so many trailers with all of the new characters coming out. They released one a few days ago with Catwoman and Cheetah,
And Swamp Thing.
and Swamp Thing is coming into it as well, and it just looks awesome. I'm a massive fan of the fighting games where you're interacting with your environment as well. So
Yeah.
you can punch your guy into a sign, and then the super moves. I watched a video earlier of some guy or people who were playing the beta who had just, captured all of the super moves together, and they look insane.
Yeah.
And it just looks. It looks like a really, really cool game.
Can you pick up a chair, a bar stool, or a bottle someone?
I'm not sure.
This is Superman fighting people. He's not a bottle.
Yeah, he doesn't
Henry.
need
What's wrong
bottles.
with you?
I don't know how much it would hurt though if
Hey,
Superman
if
bottled
if you got glass by Superman, that hurt, man. Yeah, particularly hurt.
Like it's a whole new dark twist on Superman. I want to cut you, boy.
But yeah, that game does look pretty cool actually. And there's a single player, is there? There's like a
I'd like to
storyline.
Yeah, I think
there
it's...
always is.
That was like the whole
those
thing
sort of
about
games.
Injustice 1. It had a pretty good.
Yeah.
It had like comics released with it and stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a NetherRealms fighting game. It's going to be just like Mortal Kombat 9 and 10 and Injustice 1. It's going to have a really big, surprisingly interesting and well-made single player to go along with a pretty robust multiplayer.
No, that's pretty cool.
Injustice with power suits. I'm excited.
Oh, we've just had someone texted in. Didn't realise Mortal Kombat featured the intro Barbara Ann. Gwell.
Shout out to Gwell, our number one fan.
Gwell.
He is literally our number one fan.
It does indeed start with Barbara Ann. So
it doesn't.
It was a nice addition the
Henry's
studio
a bad
put in there.
person.
Beach Boys really up for it. Big Mortal Kombat fans. But unfortunately, we've run out of time, so we're gonna have to wrap up. But yeah, well, thanks for letting me produce and host today.
Cock up for an entire hour.
It's been
Letting you ruin the show.
I ruined the show. Yeah. But no, it's been fun. And yeah, if everyone wants to say bye individually, starting with Dylan.
See ya.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Peace out, folks. Happy gaming and such.
And such.
Yeah, we'll see you again same time next week.
Absolutely. And have a good Saturday, Sunday. And we're going to end with Everything is Awesome.
The rest of Halo.